Welcome back to the Anxiety Ridden Moms Club, Season 2, baby. We're still anxious, still thriving-ish, and this season, we're diving deep into one of the most complicated, beautiful, and straight-up messy parts of motherhood.
Relationships. The ones that lift us up, the ones that drain us, and the ones that change when motherhood hits like a wrecking ball.
From ride-or-die friendships to awkward playdate moms, from supportive partners to the ones who just don't get it, we're unpacking it all.
Because motherhood doesn't just reshape your body, it reshapes your people. And sometimes you outgrow folks. Sometimes you build a village you never had.
We're talking about boundaries, support systems, love languages, mom guilt, and learning to unapologetically put yourself first.
If your group chat is your therapy, if your toddler is your toxic coworker, or if your idea of date night is hiding in the pantry with snacks, this season is for you.
Let's talk about it. Let's laugh, cry, confess, and build this messy, anxious, loving village together. Welcome to Season 2 of the Anxiety Ridden Moms Club. Welcome back to the Anxiety Ridden Moms Club. If you're new here, we're so glad you found our little corner of the internet where it's okay to be real, raw, and a little anxious.
This week, we're diving into one of the most complicated relationships we'll ever have. The one with our own bodies.
That relationship can be so messy, especially after kids. The changes, the expectations, the bounce back pressure. It's like we're handed a new body and a new set of anxieties at the same time.
And if you're on a fitness or weight loss journey, whether it's from GLP-1 medication, working out, or just trying to feel strong again, it's easy for that anxious inner voice to start taking over.
So today, we're talking about body image, self-acceptance, and the anxious chatter that lives rent-free in our heads every time we look in the mirror and try on jeans that used to fit.
You know, before I had kids, I thought that I had a decent relationship with my body. Sure, I had insecurities. I mean, who doesn't? But after having babies, I realized how much anxiety is tied up in what our bodies used to look like.
Yes, and that mental comparison game is brutal. We see old photos or influencers who snapped back, and suddenly our worth feels attached to a dress size.
And it's not even just about looks. It's about identity. Like, who am I in this new body? The anxious brain starts whispering, you've let yourself go, or you'll never get back there.
When really we should be saying, look what my body did, look what I survived. But that's easier said than done when anxiety's steering the ship. All right. Let's get into it. Can we talk about the food anxiety piece for a second? Because I feel like so many moms have this push and pull. You want to eat clean, but you're also trying to survive the day.
Exactly. You'll have one day where you're meal prepping and proud. And then the next you're eating mac and cheese off the kid's plate and spiraling about it.
For real. The spiral isn't really about the food. It's about control. Anxiety loves control. When everything feels unpredictable, parenting, marriage, work, food becomes this area that we think we can micromanage.
Or clothes. Trying to get dressed can literally trigger panic. You put something on, it doesn't fit how it used to, and instantly your anxiety screams, see, you're not enough.
That's when you have to pause and ask, is this truth or is this my anxiety talking? It's the relationship. I know the relationship I have with food, which I will say, you know, a few weeks ago, we talked about GLP-1 and it is very expensive. And I am not taking it probably, well, like I should, honestly. So I have a huge deductible with my insurance. Mm-hmm. And so I started a new job in April. And at this point, I'm like, man, I don't want this to apply to my deductible and meet my deductible in October and November. So between now and the end of the year, I'm trying to stretch the shots along to get in January. And then I'll start over my deductible. We met early and whatever. I will say the one thing that my GLP-1 helps so much with is the food noise. Like, I don't know. I think some people are born with food noise and some people are not. And I say that because like, I know that my son has that food noise where you think about food all the freaking time. I don't know how you stop it. I don't know. But it's thinking about food differently. It's not, if you think about it as not necessarily a pleasure, and more of
a necessity.
And I'm eating this to fuel this.
Yeah. What's the saying? Eat. Wait, what is it? My dad would always say it all the time when I was growing up. Food. He would always say food is basically something just there to keep you alive. So eat to. That's gonna make me mad. I can't. All of a sudden just hit me. That I'm like, I gotta tell you this because it's like a little saying about the relationship with your food, because it's really, you're supposed to just look at food as being a source of life. So every meal doesn't have to be your favorite meal. My dad would tell us that too. But my dad also he's never been one that's been driven by food anyway. So like he would always make a lot of those comments. And so some of those things would always kind of ring in my head when he would say that kind of stuff.
I mean, absolutely. Because there are times, food is my best friend. Yeah. Sometimes, yes. When I'm anxious, I go towards food. When I'm sad, I go towards food. When I'm happy, we use what to celebrate? Food.
Everything's based around food.
Everything is based around food. And to be honest, I thoroughly fucking enjoy food.
Yes.
I had sent my mom an article of someone, I think I sent it to you too, of which these stories have been freaking crazy about servers not getting tips and then losing their freaking minds. Yeah. But I had sent you guys an article of a Olive Garden in St. Louis that it was like $94 that they had racked up and they didn't leave a tip.
Yeah.
And she threw a basket of breadsticks at him and got assault charges. And literally the first thing to my mind is there is never a good reason to waste a basket of breadsticks ever. It's just how I'm wired. Yes. So again, the GLP-1, I will definitely say, so with me stretching out the shots, I can absolutely tell when it has worn off and food is back into my focus. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's one thing that I will definitely give props to is it helps with the food noise so much.
Right.
Which is really cool.
Right. Which I think is, I've personally never, but all of my growing up, I was never an eater. I mean, my mom used to always even tell me that like, okay, eat. And I'd be like, I'm really not hungry. Like I could go for a long period of time and not eat. I'd have to she'd say just at least a few bites. So I'd get up and even stick my stomach out and say, just feel it. It's too hard. Can you tell how full I am? Like I'm too full. And then if she went, I would not get away from her until she touched my stomach and left me alone about eating. But it just wasn't I didn't have a relationship with it. But I think my mom always felt that my mom emotionally, if she would get upset, would want to eat. So she actually, if we were upset or had any issues emotionally, whatever that was when we were a kid, she would send us to our rooms. So I would just lay down and take a 2-hour nap. And I'd feel much better. My brother would go in his bedroom, throw temper tantrums. You'd hear something get thrown and he'd scream or something, which in turn makes me that if I'm stressed out, my go-to is sleep. I just want to sleep. But I think it's because her mom, it would invite her in the kitchen. So she had like kind of a bad day. She'd be like, come on in here. Let's have a snack. So to her, it became her comfort. So I always, she would talk about her struggles with it sometimes because of the fact that would be her go-to thing was that I'd rather just eat something, and to me, I'd be like, I'd rather just go to bed. So, but I do understand. I completely understand because I absolutely love food. Like I love cooking delicious, horrible for you food. I love it. So I completely understand why that is. And especially even like growing up around her, I understood the battles of that too, that's where your mind goes.
For sure. And it definitely, we've got to treat it more as a fuel. And there are, I've texted you 100 times, like I'm so freaking exhausted. And then I'm like, oh my God, I haven't eaten today.
Yeah. And that's important too. I think is that, I think that happens a lot of times where you don't eat for too long. And then all of a sudden you're so hungry, then you eat too much. And then sometimes they'll say, well, it's actually because your body's really more thirsty than it is hungry. Sometimes during the day too, people eat more, but really they should be drinking more. There's this whole, it's a big thing.
It really is. Yes. I've got to increase water intake. That is absolutely for sure.
Yes.
I would just rather have a Diet Coke. And I just don't drink that much.
But you need to. That's where you have to work. That's honestly, God, if I would tell you to do anything to start, that's like one of the first things you should really start. Because one, it fills you up, obviously. when you put fluid in there, you're going to fill your stomach up some, which does help at least curb a little bit of your appetite. But it doesn't, I understand it's not the same as crunching on something, chewing on something. I mean, there's that whole process. So I understand drinking doesn't solve all that problem, but it does help. But it also is extremely helpful we definitely, as a society, people do not drink enough water.
For real.
And should. Just for so many health reasons anyways, above and beyond anything to do with our weight. It's just important. So you need to drink more. So I guess that's something I need to start hounding you about.
Yeah. Have you drank your water?
Yes. I'll check with you midday. How much have you had? How many ounces? I don't want to hear, I think I've drank a good amount. No. How many ounces have you had?
I know. We've got enough Stanleys to go around, so it shouldn't be that hard to keep track.
Yeah, no excuses.
Yeah. I will have, which, my God, I will have a coffee cup, and then I will have my water, and then I will have a Diet Coke, and then I will I have all of the drinks. I just don't drink them.
But you have to remember, though, that you have to drink about 100 ounces or so of water. And then anything else you drink is other fluid. That doesn't erase your water.
So then I'll be dehydrated all the time because I'll drink 10 ounces of water and then just won't drink anything the rest of the day. And it's a real problem. We got to work on that. Here at the Anxiety Ridden Moms Club, we have to work on drinking more water.
Yes, drinking more water for sure. Well, the other thing I was thinking about too is the fact that okay, so I think girls in general always are insecure about their bodies to some degree, no matter what age we're at or anything. After having babies, for sure, we definitely get more of a change and become even more insecure. And I remember talking to this girl. She did those. I might say this wrong. Is it bourgeois? Is that what they're called? Those pictures?
Something like that.
Whatever, them bougie pictures.
Boudoir.
Boudoir. Whatever. It's like saying Worcestershire, Worcestershire.
Yeah.
So she told me, she said, that she's always been, even when she was younger, she said, I was always at least a little bit heavier, even growing up. And she's like, so then as you get older and you have kids, she's like, I put on some weight, like everybody puts on some weight. She said, so she does these photos for women, and she goes, and they'll be getting their lingerie and stuff and telling her that they're so self-conscious. And she goes, they'll be like a size 2. And I'm thinking, are you crazy? Like, you're a size 2. Like, what are you self-conscious about? And she goes, but you know what I really realized? They were not a size 2 in high school. So their body changed too. So it's not the norm for them. And so everybody has body image issues. It doesn't matter the size that they are, because no matter what, we all change. And what you change, you don't like.
Damn judgy.
Yes.
So damn judgy.
Yes.
If you're too skinny, it's eat a cheeseburger. If you're too fat, it's you're a pig.
Yes.
And I get so jealous, and I know that I have to find it in myself to have that confidence. And, there are people that are bigger than me that wear crop tops, and it's just their confidence and the confidence that they put out into the world. And I get so jealous of that because I want to feel that way.
Right.
Walking every morning. Just a couple of days ago, we were walking and we got passed by somebody running, and it just so happened that person running called me fat in high school, and I weighed 156 pounds. And I wanted to stop him on that run and be like, do you remember when you called me fat and I weighed 156 pounds? I would pay money to be that size again, motherfucker. You better run faster before I punch you in the face. Some of those things you just never, ever, ever get over, apparently. And I should never, ever, ever put that much weight into what people say about me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes,
I have to be confident in myself and not give a shit. I should never, ever allow someone to live in my head rent free like that. But I do. I remember exactly who it was. I remember what I weighed back then. And I don't know. I've got to find the confidence within myself for sure. But it's, whether you're too skinny or too fat, if you're not fat, you're ugly. If it's, that's just the world we live in, and we've got to find a way within ourselves to not let that consume us. Because
and the truth is, think about it. Think about all the people that you even find attractive. What's attractive a lot of times more than anything is their confidence.
1,000%.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I think that, obviously looking better is how it can be different for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, there's no such size or set height or hair color, you know what I mean? That has to be attractive. And I just feel like it's about finding that you feel comfortable in your own skin so that you can have the confidence. And I think that's where people instead look at other photos of other people and dictate it off of that. But really, like sometimes you put on an outfit that you're like, okay, when I fit in this particular outfit is when I feel like I'm rocking it. You know what I mean? Like I just need to be here and then I feel good about myself. Not that I have to be as thin as that person or, you know, have boobs like that one over there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that it can be different. I think that's the thing. I think it's focusing maybe our minds a little differently.
For sure.
You know?
And I probably, you know, hopefully Scotty the Hottie's changed since then and he's not such an obnoxious prick. Maybe he has, maybe he hasn't. I don't know, but I need to let it go. I need to find it within myself to let it go and hope that over time.
I hope he grew up.
He grew up and he grew out of that too.
Yes.
So
yes, we do a lot of growing in our 20s, especially in our 20s.
Yes. And I can forgive, but sometimes
you don't forget.
I don't forget. Gosh. And some of those things just will haunt you and you got to learn to let them go.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Yep.
And then, having kids just screws up everything.
Yes.
As far as our bodies are concerned. But, you know, again, as we look at as food as fuel, like we need to be so super impressed that our bodies can go through what they go through to bring additional humans into the world. Like I think there's a reason God gave, the woman to carry the child and not the man.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
How capable we are. And not only the things that happen to your body, but the things that happen to your brain, the hormones, all of the good things that go along with that, you know, postpartum. And
I think that's the thing. There's been some women that have gotten on TikTok that I've seen lately, and they've made comments about how, you know, like even if they're talking about their stretch marks or something, they might be talking about some cream they use or whatever, but they'll talk about how they realize that that's, you know, like one girl referred to her stretch marks as her tiger stripes, you know, stuff like that. And I do think that's the whole thing is that our body's changing. I mean, it's amazing what our bodies can do. And we should focus more on the fact that, you know, we brought life into the world and we became a mom, and that's what all those things mean. We just have to find our way through it, I guess, a little bit though, because you still want to be sexy and you still want to feel good about yourself, and you know what I mean? But then you're also being thrown up on and dealing with all that. So it's a little hard.
Luckily, we've both moved on from that phase, but shout out to all of the women that are currently going through that. That's a lot. Yeah, that is a lot. So how do we quiet the anxieties of life and of comparison and of we're not good enough? Like, how do we find that confidence?
I think a couple things are you have to find your village of people that you feel supported by. Ones that really, really accept you for who you are, no matter what phase of anything you're in as well. Because I know sometimes there's been people who've gone through weight loss journeys and actually feels like they lost friends. And I knew a girl that happened to, and I felt really bad for her because she felt like she wanted to be better for herself. She even stopped drinking alcohol at all. She didn't want to drink anymore or do anything. She's like, I just want to get feeling better, looking better, being better for my family, you know, all that kind of stuff. And the group that she was hanging out with that would go like on trips and stuff like that would be like, so are you going to come with us? And like, you're not going to drink anything, or you're not going to like eat anymore. And like kind of let her know they didn't even want her coming. Like she was ruining their fun. And it really comes down to finding your true group in the end. And it's like we talk about, some people are just there for a season. Those people were there for her season at one point in time, and that's fine. But she needs to find that new village so that way you feel supported at any phase of whatever it is you go through that supports you, because it's also comes with its own challenges throughout the entire thing. And when you change those kinds of things, even you're eating, like you said, you go to parties and you go to celebrations of any sort, and it's all about food. Mm-hmm. I mean, who doesn't enjoy delicious, horrible for you food?
For sure. But I think that I think that alcohol is another piece of that. And we've talked before about, Brad's struggle with alcohol, and I don't want to waste the calories on alcohol.
Right.
And I think something to call out is that.
That's why you drink vodka.
Yes. Kidding. But what do you mix it with? Because
ice, those ice drinks. Okay, go on.
Yeah. It just doesn't do it. I think that there have probably been times in my life that I ran to alcohol. I know, at my previous job, like the days and the weeks were hard. And there was one point when I was going through a divorce that I would stop at the bar every night, like before I would go home to kind of like cool down. But also the alcohol would calm the anxieties of the day. And that would be, and like, that's not good for you, obviously. But I can see that. I can see where people think that you're not fun anymore, or what are you doing here? Or what are you going to do? Like, somebody even made a comment one time about, well, if we go to an all-inclusive resort, like you won't even get your money's worth because you're not drinking. Yes. And, Brad is sober. I will have an occasional drink. I don't say that I don't drink ever. But I don't do it daily, weekly, probably even monthly. It would be like a special occasion that I would have, or an all-inclusive resort. I would get my money's worth, but I would never judge somebody for not drinking. No. I think it's because you want to act like an idiot and you don't want somebody sober that can actually remember what happened. Like what I don't get that. I don't get that.
I don't either. I mean, I guess for me, there's been times where I've been joking around having so much fun. They'll be like, "Are you drunk?" So, I mean, I don't need alcohol.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what it matters. I mean, my husband and I, we've gone on trips and we don't have anything, and people are partaking in all sorts of fun stuff. And we love and enjoy like watching them. You know what I mean?
For
sure.
So
like for me, I'm like, I don't have to. Sometimes I may have some drinks and we'll have a good time, and other times I don't want to. And I don't think it should matter if somebody wants to bring me along. And it does tell you something when people feel like that, like you don't belong anymore. It tells you a lot about the friendship, I guess, that you have.
For sure. And you're right. They're just there for a season, and you got to find your people that.
And sometimes if you take another journey, maybe that journey is to take you to the new group of people that you're with. I think that's okay too.
For sure.
I think that's the scary part of it all. Sometimes I think as well, for when you do go through all these changes and all these different things, is how do you meet those people? And that's why I would say for sure, getting involved in a gym and doing different things, having personal trainers and stuff like that even is a good thing, because it kind of has that person that's completely on your side. You know what I mean? Completely on your side, and helps you through it, so that if you feel like your village is going to leave, you have somebody in your corner cheering you on through it until you figure out all the rest of your new people.
Absolutely.
For
sure. No, that makes sense. Got to find our people and push that anxiety to the side.
Yes.
No home here.
Yes, exactly.
Let's talk about confidence hacks. What are some tools that we can use for rebuilding relationships with our bodies from the inside out?
Let's see. Speak to yourself like you would your best friend. I mean, you'd never tell your best friend she's disgusting for eating pizza or that her body failed her. So stop saying it to yourself. Self-talk's a big thing, Stop talking bad to yourself.
Self-affirmations.
Yes.
Move your body out of gratitude, not punishment. Don't work out to fix yourself. Move because you deserve to feel good in your skin.
Another one is, dress for how you feel today. Not for the jeans you hope to fit into or the person you used to be. You deserve to feel confident in where you're at right now in your journey.
I need to go through my drawers and my closet and get rid of things from my past job. I need to go through and get rid of things that, might fit again one day or, I think that absolutely something that we can do is just.
There's the minimalist, isn't there? I think somebody was just telling me about it. There's I think it's the minimalist, and they teach you how to go through your stuff and organize and get all those things in so that you declutter.
There's a Marie Kondo method, and it's, if it doesn't spark joy, you get rid of it. But I would have nothing. I would have nothing. Nothing that sparks joy.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'd be like, I guess I'll be trashing absolutely everything because I don't have belongings they're not joyful. Doesn't bring me joy. for sure. But I have had where like, I do think that's the thing about it. Is like, I've always had some friends. There was one guy that when I grew up and his weight always fluctuated a lot. And so he would have like this massive stack of jeans. And I'm like, who in the hell has this many pairs of jeans? And he's like, Jeannie, you got to understand. Like I go from that size to that size to that size to this size to that size to that size. He's like all the time. So I have to have jeans for all these sizes. I'm like, why don't you just try to pick a size and maybe just stick with it? You know, whatever it is.
I have more jeans and I'm going to go through. And if they don't fit, I'm going to. But the thing is like, I just found a tote of things and I was like, oh my God, I forgot about these from when I was, when I got down to my smallest, I put some of the bigger things. And then I was like, I just found a whole new wardrobe that fits. And I was like, hell yeah, a couple of days ago. But I didn't need to get them out of my main closet. And yeah, I need to get organized.
Yeah.
But I do have more jeans than I can even imagine.
How I think it's my Cammie had even reached out to me. She's like, I'm cleaning our closet. She goes, how many dang jeans does Austin need? And I'm like, what? She goes, it's like he hides in places. And she sent me a picture of this huge stack of jeans. And I'm like, do they even all fit him? I mean, there's no way. I guarantee he has this time year, this time that year. I'm like, tell him to pitch some of those jeans. Some of them he's probably not ever wearing again.
You have heavier jeans. You have skinnier jeans. You have the ones that fit right now. Like,
and I think that you can, within reason, to keep those. But then the ones that, like, if you've really accomplished a goal, make sure the ones that, like, if you maybe somebody's at their heaviest, they should get rid of those. You don't ever want to go back there.
Right.
Then don't make it easy to go back there.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Some of those tricks too. But you still got to have some that if you fluctuate, you're not going to be crying in your closet either.
Yeah, that I only kept things that I like absolutely loved. But I will say, like, when not that I go to, you know, I work from home, not that I go to work naked, but like it's less.
Not that anyone would know.
Right. Well, sometimes I do just have on a shirt. No, I'm kidding. Well, I will have on a dress shirt and like leggings or Nike shorts or whatever. Like nobody sees below the waist.
Right.
My new job. But, you know, when I had to go to work and get dressed every single day, like I had to have clothes that like I didn't love, but I had to go to work every day and I couldn't wear the same thing. So that's why I literally just told somebody that I'm like, I need to go through all my crap and the stuff that I don't absolutely love, just like get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I think living clutter free or getting rid of that kind of stuff just helps with my anxiety kind of as a whole too, to know, you know.
Well, do you like clothes shopping?
I do.
Oh, I hate it.
Not like
I hate shopping.
I'm a Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx girl.
I don't care where you take me. I don't like any of it.
Don't take me to a mall. Like I don't like paying full price, but like, yeah, if I can pick out some shirts for $12.99, like fuck yeah.
Oh, God help me. I need like a personal shopper.
Yeah, that's just today my mom said, what are you doing? And I was like, recording the podcast. I'd love to be at Ross.
I just can't stand. I hate clothes shopping. And when I started dating Tom, he would pick me up clothes all the time because I don't care. I literally would have, if you go in my closet right now, he has a ton of stuff and I have the small side. We are the opposite of probably every other family on earth. My section's very small and his section's packed full of clothes.
You can also wear scrubs to work.
Well, yeah, now I can. But even if I didn't, you're getting the same stuff over and over where I do not care. I'm coming to work. You see me all the time. I'm not here to impress you. Don't care. So I don't have like this variety and I hate shopping. And I even had told him, I said, he bought me a couple pairs of jeans. I remember when we were dating and I'm like, I don't know what it is, but when you shop for me, I'm like, they fit perfect. If I go shopping, I swear to God, you would see how ridiculous they look on me.
Because people care so much about what size too, though. Like buy what fits you. I don't care if it's a 30 size 28 or a size 8. Like I will buy it. I don't care if it says medium or if it says 5XL.
See, I don't care either, but I made him even come with me because he told me I was screwed up. And I said, seriously, we're going to go to a place. You pick the place and I'll go put all this stuff on. And I was putting him on. He's like, oh my God. I'm like, then I'd put what the hell? You know what I mean? He was like, what is going on? I said, this is why I don't go shopping. It all looks like shit on me.
You're just picking out the wrong things. But I can even see I have, you know, people I know that they are like appalled if they have to wear a large. Like nobody cares.
I don't care.
Like you want a dress to fit. But my daughter is going to be the freaking worst because she's like, you bought me a medium.
Oh,
yeah, bitch. I did.
Yeah.
Like, I held it up to a small and they're the same damn size. So who cares what the tag says? Like there have been times when like you have to cut the size out of whatever it is because she won't put it on. But I'm telling you, she got a Halloween dress and this thing would fit a baby doll. Like she needs 2 sizes bigger. She's going to throw a fit. It will be a thing because we bought a 10 and like I pulled it out of the bag and I was like, what what?
Yeah.
Sorry, honey. Not happening.
Yeah.
Not happening. But she'll have a meltdown. So I'll have to like cut out a tag or whatever. Freaking crazy.
Now, see, I could care less about what size it is. Things just don't fit me right. And then if you put certain things on me, I look like I'm pregnant. Like seriously, like I'm pregnant. Like the way it goes or forms around my body, it doesn't set right. So then I have to ask other women, okay, why do I put this dress on and I look like I'm 9 months pregnant? And this girl over here puts the dress on and she looks adorable. And it could be the same exact size. We're similar size people. This does not look the same on me.
No, I have the problem with my apron belly because 2 C-sections and lost weight and gained weight and lost weight. Yeah. And like it drives me batshit. And, I see people with, bellies bigger than mine and they're wearing crop tops and I gotta find my own confidence and whatever that, looks
Which
like.
is why I think it's important. I think like what we've said, everybody needs to go through your closet and see what you really need and see where your goals are and that you're comfortable, decluttering, getting some things in order. Prepping food is like one of the things, of course, we're all supposed to do, but it's hard to do sometimes too, keeping that routine. But I think it's about getting everything in a routine. And once you feel like you're empowered, that I can make all these different things happen and put in place, I think it does help, at least the confidence portion of it.
Absolutely.
And I just need to get a personal shopper. I'll feel better about myself.
I'm hired. I'll do it. My mom would love to do it too. Yeah, for sure. And I think for me, something that I've started, and I think it's been the best for me, well, except for things that I do for this podcast. Let's caveat that. Just on Facebook and different things, we've, from the Anxiety Ridden Moms Club, have joined some anxiety groups. Mm-hmm. And some of them give me anxiety just reading the things. But my biggest life hack so far is as unfollow triggers. So if your feed makes you feel anxious or less than, hit that unfollow button. Guilt-free. Protect your peace, whether it's a person, a product, a group, whatever it may be. If it gets inside your head in any way or makes you feel anxious, like I said, anxious or less than in any way, unfollow. Stop looking at it. Stop. It doesn't matter. There are people that it's like everything they put online, it's just their picture perfect life and their picture perfect house and their picture. That's bullshit.
Yes.
It's bullshit.
Yes.
Nobody's that happy.
Yes.
They're not showing the bad part. So, but if it gets in your head at all, unfollow it. There's no need to see it. Don't do that to yourself.
No. And I think that's the thing about it is I think that there are so many things on the in the tip of our fingers that we can sit and look at. And it's very easy to focus in on things like that and think somebody's picture perfect happy. And well, I'm not that happy, or I don't have as pretty of a smile. I don't have as great a hair. I don't have whatever, and compare everything to each other and start appreciating what God gave you. Mm-hmm. You are who you are and God made you the way you're supposed to be. Take care of yourselves.
For sure. And at the end of the day, anxiety will always try to convince us our worth is tied to how we look. But the truth is, your body is not your enemy.
It's your home. It's carried you through everything. The pregnancies, the late nights, the panic attacks, and the healing.
So be gentle with her. And if you're still learning to love your reflection, that's okay. It's a battle for me every single day. So know that you're not alone in that.
Thank you for hanging out with us today on the Anxiety Ridden Moms Club.
Don't forget to follow, share, and tag us, and join our village on social at the ARMC. We'll be back next week to talk about another messy, beautiful part of motherhood through the lens of anxiety, of course.
Because moms supporting moms is what we do.
If no one's told you lately, let me be the one to say it. You're not failing, you're growing. You're not broken, you're becoming, and you're doing better than you think. Thanks for being here today.
If this episode resonated with you, I'd love if you'd subscribe, leave a review, or share it with another mom who might need to hear this. You can also connect with us on Facebook or TikTok at the ARMC. We'd love to hear your story.
Until next time, give yourself grace, breathe deep, and remember, peace is possible.